Hi, it's Paul again, the old man sitting on the front porch. I'm actually on the front porch today. It's a beautiful day in the Midwest. Sunday, the day before Memorial Day, which is May 25th. It is now May 24th. I wanted to touch base with everybody on this day because it's really a solemn day. Yes, we have picnics. Yes, we have lots of beer and wine and cocktails and have a good time. And it's time to play with family. It's a time to get out and do things. It's the beginning of summer. However, it is also a time for reflection. It's a time for reflection with respect to our armed forces. It's a solemn time. Memorial Day was meant to honor those who went in harm's way and didn't come back, or came back only to succumb to their injuries or wounds that they sustained in battles or while overseas. This is a day that is very near to me right now, obviously. As you know, if you've listened to other of my podcasts, I am suffering from multiple myeloma, cancer caused by Agent Orange while I was in Vietnam. And I am a member of a coping with cancer group at Hines VA Hospital in Chicago. And I've just lost a brother. This past week, we lost Mr. James Matsumoto, a very wonderful gentleman who also succumbed to cancer and to his, which was something that he sustained while in the service. It's one of those things that it's while I've been in the group for several years, I've lost 5 of my brothers during that time, and every one is hard. All I can say is that this is indeed a time of reflection. Especially we're dealing with a new war. We've got this war that hopefully it's going to go away. Personally, I've always felt that it's a waste of time. I think it's ridiculous that we ever got into it in the first place, but we're here. We've lost men and women already. And it's a shame that we have to face this again and again and again. We never learn. For some strange reason, we never learn. In any event, tomorrow morning, if you have a flag, in the morning at dawn, you're supposed to lower it to half staff. And at noon, you raise it up to full staff. You put it down to half staff to honor the dead. You raise it to show that the United States is still strong and that we are moving on and moving forward. This is a great testament to our strength. The thousands, tens of thousands of men who have been lost in battle. The original Memorial Day was set up just after the Civil War, where we lost untold numbers for both the North and the South. It went on after that, we had obviously the Spanish-American War, then we had uh, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, now Iran. Numerous wars and battles that have gone on where we have lost people. We've lost young men and young women. A great number of those young men and women couldn't vote. They weren't old enough to vote. They weren't old enough to have a beer, but they served their country well, and they served their country with the ultimate loss, their life. This is something that I ask during your uh, festivities, whatever they may be, a picnic or whatever. Take 5 minutes to just think about the fact that you are having this picnic, or you are having this get together, or you're just sitting around your house doing nothing on a nice lazy day. Think about the fact that you would not be there but for those men and women who have gone before. It's not just those who are the service people on the front line, it's all of the service men and women who are constantly fighting for us. Think about the 38 young women who flew airplanes from the United States to Britain during World War II. 38 of them lost their lives. They weren't bombing. They weren't in the actual fight, but they lost their lives in the service of our country. There are many like that. Many people who were not frontline fighters, but they lost their lives. These are the people that need to be remembered as well as those who are on the front line. Please do so. Please think about them. Think about the cemeteries. If you're near one, go to it. If you're by a military cemetery, stop by. If your town or your city or your village has any kind of a celebration, if we can call it a celebration, but a memorial for Memorial Day, attend it. Go and see what's going on. Some have parades. By all means, go to the parade. Join the parade. Some have speakers, and listen to them. They will tell stories. Most of them are, the speakers are usually soldiers, veterans, or active military. This is a time when we should reflect. I will now be a little political and say that please also recognize that we have monuments. We have monuments for our service people. Are all over the country. Little towns have monuments. Big towns have monuments. Cities have monuments. Washington, D.C. has numerous monuments. The monuments that I know of in these towns, because I've been to many of them, are simple and tell a nice story, but they are not grandiose like this proposed arch, which is totally ridiculous. I cannot believe that the view that Arlington will be destroyed, desecrated by such a monstrosity. My parents are buried there in Arlington Cemetery. I plan on being buried in Arlington Cemetery. Well, not so much buried, but interred, as my mother and father are, and my wife as well. I don't want my view to be destroyed. There are plenty of great monuments already in that city. There's not a need for one that is a throwback to the days of Caesar and Rome, or even to the days of the Nazi Party in Germany. I ask that, again, going back to the main premise here in this podcast, please remember those who have gone before, and remember those who are still in. The young men and the young women. I was so proud to see that I went to two high school graduations for two of my grandchildren. And in each one, they asked for anyone who is going to be going into the armed services to please stand. And I was heartened by the number of men and young women who stood up. 18-year-olds, they're going in to serve our country. Think of them on this Memorial Day, and think of them that they are, the second they raise their hand, they are immediately going into harm's way. They are at the will of the powers that be. So again, have a good Memorial Day. Think about us, the vets. And by the way, if they want to spend money on an arch, don't do it. Spend it on the Veterans Administration. Spend it on the veterans and their families. If they want to have a slush fund of a 1.7 whatever blah 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 billion, don't spend it on criminals. Spend it on the veterans and their families who are suffering. That's about it for today. Thank you, and I will talk to you later about hopefully another more pleasant subject.